Hi guys, it's Andy here from Unplugged EV Australia. In today's video I would like to show you how to easily replace your high beam and your position light with LED bulbs. We've got the parking light, the standard HID light and the halogen high beam light, and you can see this one is yellow light and this one is yellow light as well, in comparison to the HID, which is almost a white light. So, and we are going to replace the high beams and the corner lights, the parking lights, with white LEDs as well to match this color. So first of all, you would like to determine what kind of bulbs you actually need to replace. And there are two different ways to determine what kind of bulbs you actually need in your car. You can either take out the original light bulb and have a look on the label on the back side. This is the original high beam light, which is in the car. It is a HB3 9005. That is the type of the light. And the other important thing to read is the 12 volt and 60 watts this light bulb has. Or you can just have a look in your Outlander PHEV manual. My light bulbs are at section 1122 of the maintenance. And you can see it gives me an overview of all the light bulbs in the car, where they are and what kind of wattage they have. And we've got the high beam headlamps with 60 watts, HB3. And this matches exactly the printing on the light bulb itself, so all good. And then we have the position light or parking lights, which have 5 watts. And this is the socket W5W. And this is how the parking light looks like, the original bulb. So the actual light bulb and the socket is all in one piece, it's all glass. And you can see the little wires here as the contacts on both sides of this socket. So I went for the cheapest option and ordered everything on eBay. And I paid about $35 for the high beam lights and $1.50 for the parking lights in a pack of 4 they came. And what I've done here, I've just searched in eBay for HB3 LED 120 watts. You need to be aware one light bulb has 60 watts, but the whole set has then 120 watts. And that's how you find them on eBay very easily. So for example, the first hit is 120 watts, 12,000 lumen LED headlight kit, 9,500 HB3 beams. So that's exactly what you can do. And this is the light color. The higher the number, the whiter the light is. And this is 6,000 Kelvin. And I'm sure we can find some with 6,500 Kelvin. So I would go for a cheaper option and probably order these ones here, because they have 120 watts as well, but also 20,000 lumen, which is a lot brighter than the ones above with only 12,000 lumen. And this is the 9005 HB3 LED headlight, which is exactly what it says on the light bulb itself. And these LED light bulbs are exactly what I have ordered. So I went for the 20,000 lumen, 120 watts, the HB3 socket, and the type is 9005. And when you have a look on eBay, you'll find exactly these light bulbs as well for very little money, directly from China, and they fit the original ones here. So let's do some quick unboxing here. These are the Ken Smart LED headlight, totally no-name product. So here you can see the 9005. Easy installation, super bright, high CRI, whatever that means, and long life of 30,000 hours. And on the back it says beam angle 360 degrees, voltage 9 volts to 30 volts, waterproof IP44, lifespan greater than 30,000 hours, and color temperature 6,500 Kelvin. So this is the really bright white ones you want. Yeah, and that's all what's mentioned on the box here on the Ken Smart LED headlight. Let's have a quick look. So they come in this foamy little thing, and ooh, there's only one in there because I fitted one already. I just want to show you how they look like. So that's the LED, one on this side, one on the other side, and the cable connector, plus minus. And these LED high beam lights, they are coming with a fan, so you can see the fan inside here, because they are getting really hot. And I was a little bit worried if this all fits into the same compartment as this one here, because you can see the depth of the new LED light is quite larger. I wasn't really concerned about the length of the bulb. They are almost the same length, or I think they are the same actually when I look at it like this. Yeah, they look like the same length. But the depth on the other side with the fan inside and the cooling stuff here, it looked very much like it didn't fit. But let me tell you, it's no problem at all. And as we can see, yeah, it's exactly the same socket, so no problems here. Okay, and these LED lights, they just came in a bag of 4. So I've ordered 2 for the parking lights and 2 more for the license plate light at the back of the car. In comparison to the original W5W, it's the same socket. This is a plastic case or a plastic socket, and this is all glass, doesn't matter. And we can see the LEDs on this one here. It has 2, 4, 6, 8, 12 LEDs. And I think the replacement LED lights have only 1 watt instead of 5 watts for the yellowish old crap. Okay, let's put them in, huh? Yeah, I'm switching to the little GoPro now. The other camera is far too large to get into this little. So behind this cover here, that's where the high beams are, and the actual corner lights down there, they are behind the standard HID lights over here. So they are behind here. It's a little bit hard to reach, but you can get around it and follow the cables, and then you wiggle on the cable and you can see the light moving, so you're on the right position. This is just a twist, and then you can just remove them backwards. So here they are, and the cable is not very long, so you can't take them further out. Just unplug the original bulb. It's just plug and play, so to speak. It's sometimes a little bit hard to remove, but just keep pulling until they come out. And then you take your LED replacement and pop it back in. That's all you want to do. Before you put it back into the actual light, you should turn it on and see if you have the right position, because they are polarity sensitive. That means you can't swap plus and minus for the LEDs. It's not important for these lights in which direction the current flows through, but the LEDs will work only in one direction. And just turn on the park light. Ah, bad luck. See, that's the wrong side around. So turn them and push them back in, and you can see they're lighting up straight away. If they are not working, just pop them around and put them the other way back in, and it works. Okay, so next thing is you want to push these ones all the way back in, and now that's a little bit fiddly. So you have to look from the front like we do now and see where the light comes in. There it is. Then you turn it, just give it a twist so it goes further in, and then lock it in place. Done. Okay, so let's go ahead and replace the high beam light with the LED version as well. To actually reach the cover behind here, you have to remove the wiper fluid intake pipe. And to remove the wiper fluid intake, you just go to this little thingy here Pop a screwdriver underneath, lift this one up and pull out the whole plastic pin. That's all you need to do. Then you can put it aside like this, and we've got free access to the cover. Alright, a twist counterclockwise. See, this one has a rubber sealing, so don't destroy the sealing. And there you can see the original HB3 light inside. And this one as well is a twist mechanism. So you grab the whole light, push it in a little bit and then twist it counterclockwise, and then you can pull the whole light back like this. And here's our light bulb. You press this little lever here and just unplug the original light bulb, and there we have our LED one. And this fits only in one direction. You can see this little hook here which goes under this clamp here, and now comes the fitting process. As you can see, the cables are fairly long for the replacement light now. Don't worry about the cables too much at the moment. Just make sure you push in the light bulb the right direction. You can see at the front, there it is. Then turn it around a little bit until it fits like this. Yeah, got the right position now. And then you have to turn it around to make sure it fits correctly. Then turn it clockwise to lock it in place. That's how it looks like. Okay, and now you push the connector back in, put the cable around there, and that's how it looks like when it's fitted. As you can see, the original plastic cap is really deep, so there's no problem at all, and there's no problem with heat building up in there as well. The volume around the LED light is fairly large, so there's no problem with heat in at all. Popping this one back in and clockwise turning it, it's in place. Alright, before we put everything together, we give it a quick go and see how we travel. Excellent. Alright, so we've replaced the Parker lights or positioning lights and the high beam with LEDs now. As you can see, the HID, which was the white one before, is now yellow. So you've got a faulty LED in there. You should really order some more. Just replace it, they are cheap. Yeah, so as I said, you can see the HID light is now the yellowish one, and this one is really bright white, and this one is white as well, once it is working. And this is the yellow one now. Wow. And before that it was the other way around. Can actually remove the cover. Yeah, that's a weird thing. If you haven't got the ignition on in the car, the light turns off after a while. You have to reset it. It stays on only for a minute or so. You can hear the fan. But there's, as I said, there's no heat building up or so in this compartment here. There's no problem at all. They don't get too hot actually. Alright, so, and that's how it looks like. White, yellow, white. White flickering actually. Shit. Cheap shit from China. So once you're all done, you put your intake in place again. Put this little plastic pin inside the hole and just push it down, and that's all. It's in place now. Easy replacement of the parking lights and the high beams in the PHEV. I just want to make you aware on the other side, so on the left side of the car, it is a little bit different here. You've got your high beams under this cover as on the other side, so there's nothing to remove. But to reach the Parker lights, actually, you have to unscrew this little bracket here, which holds a fuse box or something. There's just 10mm socket to remove, and you remove this bracket here, and then you can easily reach the parking lights behind the HID cover over there. So this is the only difference to the other side, just keep this in mind. Apart from that, it's the same process as on the other side. And while we are so cozy together here, I just want to quickly show you how to replace the license plate light at the back side as well. So you've got these two covers, one is over here and one is over here. No, actually not, hang on. This is where the unlock mechanism for the boot or trunk is. And you've got one light on this side and one light on the other side. So what you want to do is you push this cover. Hang on, let me see if I can focus there. Yeah, now you can see the plastic cover. What you want to do is you want to push it to the middle of the car. Yeah, just this little bit. And then it comes out on one side where you push it with a finger. So that's the whole plastic cover light. That's the mechanism behind it. It's just a spring mechanism on this side, and you basically push it from this side and then pull it out on this side as well. And you can see there's the little LED light already mounted in there. You can, how does this work here? Just want to wait for the kookaburras. Okay, what you want to have to do is you have to take a screwdriver and pull this one out like this. Then you pull the original light bulb out, replace it with the LED. Do the testing, don't forget to do the testing, otherwise you have to turn this one around if it doesn't light up. Push it back in. This is just a clips mechanism. And then you do it the other way, so you start on this side here and push it back on the opening and just push it back in place, and that's all you need to do. And then you've got white light here at the license plate as well. I actually didn't bother to replace the interior light with LEDs. Let me start the other way around. I replaced the interior light with LEDs as well. But when the light is dimming at the end before it turns off, the LEDs started flickering, and it wasn't quite a pleasant atmosphere in the car anymore. So it was more like a disco stroboscope effect. So I have put the usual light bulbs back in. And to be honest, you would like to have the yellowish light inside the car, a little bit warmer light, rather than this bright white light where you can do brain surgery or something like this. Yeah, on the outside of the car is fine, it looks good, but on the inside I would prefer anyway to have this yellowish light. Apparently there are LEDs out there which are dimmable, and you can replace them. So just make sure, if you want to replace your interior light with LEDs as well, buy the dimmable LED version. Okay, there you have it. Now we have replaced the high beams and the Parker lights with LED versions, and everything is pretty white around the car now in the night. I'll show you again in the dark. To replace other lights in the car, for example the blinker, the backlight or the brake lights, it is a little bit more tricky to get to these lights, and I haven't bothered yet to replace them. Especially the blinker needs some special LEDs with a side load, otherwise the relay thinks the light bulb is not working because it draws so little current. It will actually show you the bulb is faulty. So there are special blinker LED light bulbs available. Make sure you buy these ones. Okay, so the next conversion should be our daylight running lights, which I haven't ordered yet. And of course, when I do this, I will make a video and let you guys know how to install these daylight running lights in the car. Okay guys, as always, thanks for watching, thanks for your support. This is Andy from Unplugged EV Australia, signing off. Stay charged. So guys, it's getting dark and I just want to show you the lights. You can see the normal standard HID light has a yellow color, while the parking light and the high beam is white now. And the same on this side here. Nice and bright white light on both sides, and the standard light low beam is yellowish. Yes, I quite like this more yellowish light inside the car actually. I had it fitted with white LEDs, but it was just too bright. And here's the back of the car again, with the white LEDs for the license plate and the two standard backlights. I think the backlights are really okay. I think they look okay. They've got a nice LED-like shape already, so that's fine. And of course you can replace the charge port light with an LED as well. It's a little bit tricky to get there. I'll probably show this in another video. I haven't replaced this one either. Even if it looks like white on the video now, it's quite the standard yellow, so no replacement here so far. And both Parker lights at the front again, just to give you an indication how bright they are. Okay, that's probably it for today's video. Hey guys, I just came back to the garage. I wanted to show you something about these LEDs. Don't buy them straight away on eBay. You need to know something about the little LED chips which are being used on these. So they are using different chipsets for these LEDs, and you want to use the newest one, the 5630. So everything with the 3528, the 5050, that's an older model. You want to go for the 5630 or 5730. Just make sure. So when you go on eBay and search for T10, W5W, and 5630 or 5730. T10 is the socket, W5W is the light bulb model, and 5630 is the LED chip on the light bulb they are using. And you can do the same with the high beam lights as well. Put the wording 5630 in your search field to find the one with the newest LED chips on it. Otherwise you may get older ones which are not as bright as the new ones. So search for HB3 5630 and 120 watts. Okay guys, before the camera dies again on me, see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Okay, bye bye. That's the camera.